This particular session is about database concepts and SQL Server TSQL, Transact SQL. Let's understand what is database, why we need to go for database, what is SQL. This is Sai Fanendra from SQL School. I assure you complete practice orientation from scratch, from basics, ground zero. I will be your caretaker for SQL course. Let's get started now. What is database? Then we'll proceed for what is SQL. Database first. Platform to store any type of data. A database is a platform to store any type of data, any amount of data, no exceptions. Any type of data, any amount of data. Then DBMS, Database Management System. It's a software to store, secure, and manage databases. Simple. In olden days, we used to store, even till date, of course, we store data in Excel. We can store data in Excel. Of course, the greatness of database, any amount of data. Excel can store few MBs or GBs of data for us. But database more powerful, and any type of data, passwords, barcodes, QR codes, etc. We cannot store passwords in Excel. If I store, anyone can see, everyone can see. So we prefer something more easier and more powerful database to store data, bigger data, secure data, sensitive data. Bigger, secure, sensitive data. Now, to operate on Excel, we need a software like MS Office. Same way, to operate on database, we need a software called DBMS, Database Management System. It is a software. Very next class, very first initial technical class of our course, we are going to install this software in our computers. You'll give me 3 to 4 minutes and it can be installed. Very simple and straight. A lifelong valid free edition can be installed, fully powerful, without any say unsupported features or without any drawbacks. We can have complete fully loaded lifelong free edition installed. Here it is. DBMS is a software. It is a software to store, secure, manage databases. MS Office software for Excel and of course something else as well. Database management system is a software for databases alone, nothing else. Example DBMS, Microsoft SQL Server, IBM DB2, MySQL, Sybase, Oracle, Ingress, so on. So different companies have different brands of DBMS in the market. We prefer to choose something that is cheaper, comparatively cheaper, easy to use, free technical support, and free updates. There comes one single short word answer: Microsoft's SQL Server. Of course, for our learning process, we are going to have a valid, lifelong, fully loaded trial copy. That is fine. But cheaper for our enterprises, for our customers, for our clients. They cannot use, they are not supposed to use a free edition. They need to use a licensed copy, right? So that is cheaper, comparatively very cheap. easy to use for you and me. We enjoy the user interface. Trust me, relax and learn. Very easy user interface. Free technical support from Microsoft and free updates. Updates mean patch, service pack activities. SP1, SP2, we say CU, cumulative updates 1, 2, etc. Free of cost in Microsoft SQL Server. This kind of beauty we don't really see in other database technologies comparatively. Further, part of our course, SQL Server supports cloud, a remote storage area, part of our course. So assume, let's assume SQL Server is our house, greenhouse. Databases are the rooms inside the house. I repeat, SQL Server is our house, okay? And databases are the rooms inside the house. There are two types of rooms basically: living room, store room. Friends, we are slowly orienting towards our course, okay? Hence my examples: living room, store room. Living room left, store room right. As simple as that. There are career options for living room left. There are career options for store room right. And we need to start with our living room. What is this? Room. Yes, room is nothing but our database. What is database once again? Back to our previous slide, a platform to store any type of data. This database is broadly categorized into two important basic types: OLTP, my living room; warehouse, my storeroom. Living room, OLTP, online transaction processing database. These databases are used to store live real-time data. Example, live temperature, live stock market operations, live cricket match, anything live, OLTP. So there is a separate software component inside SQL Server house to perform these activities. Our installation concept next. Separate component altogether. Something called database engine we call. Then we have data warehouse databases to store old historical data, inactive data, old temperature data, old stock market data, etc. A car showroom is your OLTP, their godown is your warehouse, maybe somewhere in the cellar or somewhere in the outskirts of the city. Multiple showrooms, one or more godowns. More showrooms, less godowns. Usually. Same way, multiple databases, one or more warehouses. Friends, I am using the terminology required for our next classes to go practical one by one. Assume a car showroom, different showrooms, and there will be a transport system to and fro go down. A carefully planned, secure, trusted transport system. Here it is. Assume, for example, a banking environment. You have a savings account with you, your salary account. I have our company's current account with me. And one of our well-known person has some loan account, or you have some loan account with you. You upload your Aadhaar or SSN, PAN, TAN, etc. Some files. At the end of the day, say assume same bank. End of the day, end of the week, or end of the month, or at least end of the quarter or financial year, Data has to be consolidated, accumulated, and given to the warehouse. This is the centralized repository. Again, in warehouse, we have different categories we call, technically we call something called bronze, silver, gold, they call it technically. So everywhere the end-to-end implementations start with the birth of data, start with database. This is our SQL course, left side. Then what about the green items? Complete green items, green arrows, green boxes, green cylinders, data engineering. Remember that. What else? Okay, I was talking about SQL. Well, SQL comes everywhere, okay? SQL comes everywhere. We are going to start with the left side activities first. Next, the intermediate green items, granary items are the data engineering. Rightmost side, reporting. This is a concept. Observe carefully. Rightmost side is a reporting activity. To make it clear with a small example on the screen. Small example on the screen now, on my screen. Practical implementations involve various sources, structured, unstructured, semi-structured sources will be given through something called ETL and get that bronze, silver, gold kind of warehouse implementations. Finally reporting. Power BI is at the right side. I mean, we are slowly understanding where is our actual job work located. Is it left or in between? Sorry, yeah, in between or right? To understand the terminology, to know what exactly we are doing and what we need to do next, remember two basic types of rooms: living room, store room. Left OLTP, right warehouse. In between the transport system called ETL, extract, transform, load. Now, whatever SQL concepts we learn from next class in this course are common for both. Left and right understands SQL. This is our course. So what's the purpose of SQL now? To talk to database and data warehouse. Definition changes now. To talk to a database, to talk to a data warehouse, both we need a common powerful platform called SQL, Structured Query Language. Who needs it? Everyone. Everyone. I repeat again, what is SQL? Structured Query Language to perform storage, manipulations, reporting, and what not. Every touch on database needs SQL. We use SQL to talk to database. We use SQL to read and write to database. We use SQL to manage database. We use SQL to report and analyze database. So every touch on database needs SQL. That is the concept here. Now, who needs SQL? Everyone, anyone. You are a data analyst, reporting. BI developer, left, right, and ETL operations, engineering, machine learning, data science, administrator, anyone, everyone who needs to interact with database. And of course, even warehouse, we need SQL, remember. So, whatever we are learning in our classes next, we have 3 weeks fully packed, 3 weeks fully packed course on SQL Server TSQL queries yellow box. Right from database introduction to data warehouse and few other types of databases to installations, queries, constraints, normal forms, schemas, synonyms, procedure, function, view, trigger, basics, transactions, logins, group by, window functions, date, time, string functions, etc. We have good amount of activities packed for 3 weeks on yellow item SQL Server TSQL queries. That is the basement. That basement is enough to step into any next level activities. What are the next level activities? On my screen, the career options for SQL programming developer, OLTP, the living room, OLTP design development programmer, right side storeroom warehouse data engineer, architect, ETL admin, BI developer, or rightmost side data analyst, Power BI, reporting activities, data analyst, business analyst, data scientist, and BI developers, or even administrators, anyone, everyone, that yellow box is enough. Pretty sure. This yellow box is enough. The green items are for next level procedures, next level functions, next level coding activities. So you are fond of coding, then you can do the green item, green course, yellow plus green. No, Sai, I'm not fond of coding. I want something into next level, next generation technologies. Then I strongly recommend you to go for data engineer, Power BI with SQL. Reason number one, these two are into big data. Reason number two, of course, because they are into big data, good amount of job opportunities. Filtering is going on, okay? There is a lot of filter, lot of cautiousness nowadays doing recruitment. So as long as we have correct, complete concepts without any compromise, then we are safe. In the long run, we are not talking about short run and short term activities. We are talking about long term benefits with knowledge. Number three, number one, big data. Number two, good amount of job opportunities. Number three, this data engineer and Power BI have their own certifications. No active certification for programming now. We have certification for yellow, black, red, and of course even for blue also we do, not for the green one as on date from Microsoft. What are those certification numbers? On my screen now, here it is. Data engineering DP203, Power BI PL300, and administration DP300. Good to have some certification as well to justify our complete command grip on the subject. So choice is yours anyway. Of course, we are going to start from the yellow box, but after yellow box, what next? We need to plan it carefully beforehand. My preference would be the middleman items, compare it to other left and right in terms of job openings, in terms of certification, in terms of big data, the future for data science and artificial intelligence. We have examples on AI in both data engineer and Power BI. We have two examples in each of these. For AI, artificial intelligence, Power BI two examples, data engineer two examples. We need to keep in mind our resumes also. That's more important. So keeping the importance of SQL back to the previous screen, this yellow box is a main basement. A 400 plus queries, step by step in a meaningful way. None of the 400 plus queries will be repeated with any repetitions. Every query has their own style. We need it. So I need your support. I know you are interested, but we need to gear up the things carefully with on-time assignment submissions during the course. After your yellow box, optionally green box, programming is completely optional for our curriculum on data engineering and Power BI. In data engineering, it's all about data warehouse. I said ETL, and something called SQL pool means data warehouse, and big data architecture, pipelines, jobs, notebooks, etc. A 7 weeks journey, data engineering. 4 weeks journey, Power BI. Power BI is again into reporting. 6 design tools we need to learn in first box, yellow box, 6 design tools. Then one technology called Power Query, one more technology called DAX, and in between cloud. So 6 tools, 2 technologies, 1 cloud, and 1 server. So total 10 different components we need to learn here. 6 design tools plus Power Query, something called Power Query for data extraction and orchestration, something called DAX for computations, and something else called cloud and report server for hosting activities. So I mean to say things are straight and complete. Let's enjoy it carefully step by step. I need your support. Let's enjoy it slowly step by step then. So where to start with? Yes, to step into yellow box, we cannot directly go for SQL now. No, we cannot. To step into yellow box, we need installations. So we need to install the software first. From there, we can continue slowly the next item. And with this information, once again, I assure you complete practice orientation from scratch, from the basics. No doubt. Need your support. I need your support. Make sure we do on time practice throughout the course. Any clarifications, questions, I would be available on this number, or you may contact our team directly on the second number you see on the screen. These numbers are the certification numbers from Microsoft as on date. So plan for a simple to follow, easy to gain course. My preference once again, of course, yellow box we need to do to start from the scratch. From yellow, what next? If I were in your position, I usually pick something which is into big data, cloud technology, certification oriented, and in demand. For our data engineering and Power BI, this is not required for our course. Reason number one, few contents are already included here. We already have them here in our examples. Reason number two, we don't involve in database development when it comes to engineering and Power BI. But we need to write queries. We need to involve in queries. So yellow box is enough. Choice is yours. You choose it carefully and we'll take it from there next class installation. Any further questions, clarifications, please do let us know, and glad to assist you. I shall wait for your questions, clarifications, if any.